Pisces, hi, welcome to my channel. This is a weekly love reading for you. It's for wherever you have Pisces in your chart. Any placement at all is fine. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a general weekly love reading. It's for the collective, so it may not resonate with every Pisces out there. If it doesn't, check out another placement in your chart, or you can come back and see me again next week. Please consider giving me a subscription. I do have some free personal readings to give away between now and Christmas. For you to have a chance with one of those, just hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And when I'm ready to open those up, hopefully you will have a chance at getting one of those. Pisces, I'm already sighing before I start because I did the pre-shuffle for you and the energy was just absolutely incredible. I don't know where to start with the pre-shuffle messages. I'm sure by now that if you are not new to my channel, that you've heard me say I do the pre-shuffle away from the camera. I do this for reasons that I'm sure you've heard me explain. Time, because I know you're busy and you just want me to get into the reading, and it's deeply personal how I do it. So what I was getting in the pre-shuffle, okay, and I have to put this into some context of there's an element of past and definitely present, okay, but there does have an element of past that I have to address. I get the feeling that you are not new to the romance and dating game. If you're just, just getting ready to kiss your first boy or something, this reading is definitely not for you. This energy is the feeling that you've been around the block a few times and have got the battle wounds and the scars to prove it. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? But the significance of this is that there is someone that is in your energy, your area, your person. This is your person I'm referring to because this is a love reading. There's someone that you are connected with, but you are not connected with them to the full purpose and benefit that you could be connected with them because you are expecting that person to hurt you, like a person like someone has done in the past, even though this person may be a completely different person. Okay, I want to address that because there was an element of perception that was coming out with the message. Okay, each of us has our own perception of things, okay, based on how we view the world, through our eyes, our ears, about how we communicate with people. This builds up our own personal interpretation and reality of the world. Very much so within your reality is you're carrying something from the past which is affecting the future. Let me see if I can make this a little more clearer, because I'm not sure as if it's coming out as clear as what it was coming out to me in the pre-shuffle. Imagine if you walk through a forest path. The experience of that forest path is going to be completely different to you whether you walk through it during the day or whether you walk through it during the night. Okay, so the reality and the perception of the forest and the trees and the path and everything is those two experiences, whether you walk through during the day or the night, are not going to be the same. It's the same forest, the trees are the same, the path is the same, but the experiences are different. It's because one is in the daylight and one is in the dark. Now, imagine you walk through the forest at say 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you encounter let's just say for argument's sake, a man with a big knife. You're alone in the forest, there's no one else, and you can see this man standing on the path holding a knife. Instantly you might think that that knife is for you, that this person with this knife is going to do you some actual physical damage, when the reality is that the man is possibly pruning the trees. Maybe it's a big knife because it's a pruning knife, you know, which gives you a lot of access to actually cut the branches of the trees. Maybe the guy is there from the forestry. It's a matter of perception. It's sort of like what you're seeing versus what is really there. Okay, I'm getting that you have got someone in your important to you, and from the pre-shuffle, and I haven't started putting the tarot cards down yet. Someone is important to you. However, you have begun, or you are on this journey with this person already experiencing the hurt that they have done you before they've actually even done it. Like walking through the forest and seeing the man with the knife, expecting the man to come charging at you because he wants to hurt you, feeling terrified of this, when actually all he is there doing is pruning and cutting the trees to make sure that they stay healthy. Okay, this was the actual energy I was getting in the pre-shuffle, very, very strongly. You're viewing your person as if, and I cannot believe what has come out in your energy, but the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords came out in the pre-shuffle also, along with some other messages. This is what basically sparked me to, with some other information, sparked the pre-shuffle message, was this energy of the Three of Swords. I haven't even looked at any of the other cards, but this one stood out to me immediately. Right. I'm going to put this into some kind of past, present and future. I always like to start with a small message or small context from the past, just for the flow of the actual messages, so that it's mostly for my benefit, so that I can get some clarity before I actually start delivering on the messages for the present and the future. And of course, we're going to get some clarification. So I'm just going to read what I see initially, and then I'm going to clarify, which will hopefully expand some of the energies and some of the situations that I see. Okay, if I have the roles the wrong way round, then please feel free to switch them, because I'm going to say you and your person. If it's not that way, change it, because energy is interchangeable. Okay, for you, we have got the Three of Pentacles, the Star, and we've got the Five of Swords. Sorry, can you see those? It's a little bit dark here today. What I'm looking at this, but I'm also guided to look at the Magician also. Here, there's a lot of manifesting energy here on your behalf. This is you. This to me is you in a wishing and manifesting energy. You've wished for this person. This is the Star. This is Aquarian energy. You can be dealing with an Aquarius, but not necessarily. I don't like to focus. I am one of the readers that never really likes to focus too heavily on the horoscope and sun signs, unless they come out in the pre-shuffle really, really strongly with a message, or unless I can see that it's going to be this way of some significance in what unfolds with the reading. This tells me, this Star energy, that you have wished for this person to arrive in your life. Okay? You wished for them. I think you wished for them quite well, because I think the type of person that you wanted finally did actually show up for you. Okay? However, there's a Five of Swords energy here. This is a more slow moving energy than perhaps what you're used to. This is someone that initially didn't come to this connection willing. When I say that, I'm not suggesting for a second that they don't like you or have emotions or feelings for you. It's just that they were very, very cautious before they decided to actually come forward and make it known to you that they were actually interested. I think there was an element of watching, waiting and seeing. And actually a few weeks ago you had a message in one of the readings from me that someone was asking about you around the town, and that's very much the energy that's in the recent past here. Is that someone did their homework basically before coming forward to confess to you that they had feelings for you. I don't think they charged into your life, you know, on a whim. I think it was a very much a predetermined decision on their behalf. Okay, for you we've got the Magician, we've also got the Seven of Swords here with the Queen of Cups. Now this is still you in the manifesting energy. You know, this is you doing everything possible in your power and sight to move this connection forward, to actually get this person exactly where it is that you want them to be. Okay. However, this Seven of Swords energy is here. Now this to me is linked very much to your energy, with the fact, and not to your person's energy, because I see your person as being quite pure. Just because they took their sweet time to actually finally decide to walk the road of love with you doesn't make them a liar or a cheat or a bad person. This is not a very positive energy, and I'm seeing this as in your energy actually, Pisces. When I said to you with the pre-shuffle message, when I said to you that the experience of walking through the forest during the day or during the night, or actually having the experience of walking down the forest road alone and then seeing a man on the path stood there holding a knife, you know, it's about the perception. This is very much about the perception. You know, the fact that this guy is stealing the swords here comes back very much to the imagery and the message I had in the pre-shuffle of the fact that you are expecting this person to take one of those swords out of that bag any second now and stick you right in the ribs with it, you know, right in the heart. Be careful, because you're in this manifesting energy. You know, what we think sometimes becomes our reality. You know, when we're in this manifesting energy, our thoughts and our feelings of what we're actually thinking can actually influence our reality. You know, it's very much interconnected. It's almost, there has to be some degree of balance and just living in the moment here, so that you don't actually ruin this relationship before it actually has the true potential of unfolding. You know, your person's got this Queen of Cups energy. This is quite a nurturing energy. Yes, they want to offer you their cup of love, but maybe they haven't done it in quite the way that maybe you were expecting. Maybe it's not all fire and passion as of yet. Maybe it's a slow drip, you know, because they're just doing it very, very quietly, very, very carefully, and with good reason, because unbeknown to you, you're not actually making it very easy for this person. You know, we're starting the reading here with for your person with the Five of Swords, and we're beginning it with the Five of Cups here. We're ending it with the Five of Cups. You know, this is your person looking at the lost love here, or the potential of the love that they could have with you, but for whatever reason, those cups are not upright and they're not able to fill them. And I'm suggesting, Pisces, they're not able to fill them is because you are too busy carrying around this energy of expecting them to actually take that sword out and stick it in the heart. You know, this is the liars and cheats and deceptive energy, but I'm suggesting this is some kind of self-deception, and it's a cheats energy because you're cheating yourself out of what could be quite a lovely connection. Imagine, okay, going back to our first, going back to the pre-shuffle message that I gave you, and I gave you the imagery that I had about walking through the forest. Let's just take another scenario of that. Imagine walking through the forest at 12 o'clock, the same as what I've said previously, and encountering a man stood on the path with a knife. Imagine smiling at that man and him smiling back, and you realising that, oh, what a nice man, you know, he's come to take care of the trees. You know, he's come to take all the dead wood off the trees and to make sure that the trees grow. And so you smile at him, maybe pass a few words with him and continue on your beautiful walk. Instead of being frightened and retreating and expecting him to do something wrong, but the perception is wrong. Yeah? Your person wants to cut away some of that dead wood within this relationship. And it's not just your relationship, it's your energy of wanting to help you get rid of this extra baggage. You know, imagine, I mean, you can see the tree behind me. You know, we're using the analogy of the tree because the tree very much came, the imagery of the tree and the forest came up in my pre-shuffle. Imagine, you know, with the tree will never blossom to its full potential unless you trim some of the dead off it. You know, you have to get rid of the dead branches, the dead twigs, the dead leaves, for it to have this new regrowth in the future, for it to have room to grow again in a new way, to look healthy and to look beautiful. Your person is very much in a nurturing energy with you of wanting to do that, but you're blocking it. We've got the Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Your person is looking outwards at you and trying to assess how they can cross this barrier here. And I'm being told by Spirit to continue to look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Six of Swords here. Your person wants to move towards you, but they've got, look at all these swords all the time. These swords are everywhere as a barrier here. We've got the Eight of Swords here. This is you with your defences up. No one says that you don't have to have caution. Here is the Ten of Swords in reverse with the King of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is here. This is what you have the potential to be. Look at this. The King and Queen of Cups. You know, when you get a King and Queen coming up, remember I always say to you that gender is not important in tarot. We're reading the energy. So even if you're two girls or two boys in a relationship, it doesn't matter. One of you will have more of a masculine or feminine energy. We have masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. Yeah, but it's not always an equal balance. Sometimes we have slightly more feminine energy. I have a lot of masculine energy, even though I like to wear lipstick and I'm clearly a girl. Okay, so looking at these King and Queen of Cups, when they come out like this in the same suit, this has the potential to be an absolutely outstanding connection here. But it's not come to fruition because this is what your person is faced with. they're desperately trying to get past the swords, to get closer to you. You're over here somewhere on the shore, and they're desperately trying to get there. But every time they try to get close, the barriers are up, and it's a no-go. You know, you've got this sword in front of you here. You know, any second now you're going to break those bonds, grab that sword, and defend yourself. It's a very defensive energy, Pisces. Possibly there's an end to it. You know, with this Ten of Swords in reverse. Let me, I've got no clarification so far. I haven't really needed any, to be honest. This was very, very, very clear to me in the pre-shuffle message. It was so clear. I can't express how clear it was. Yeah, your person wants to go. We've got clarifying the Five of Cups here. We've got the Page of Cups. There's an awful lot of Cups energy here with the emotions and things. You know, we've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Page of Swords. There's another sword energy here as well. The Page of Swords and the World. There's a lovely future here. You know, if you can allow this person, to get some knowledge of you. This is them wanting to get to know you a little bit better. Okay, so they haven't maybe matured into the King of Cups yet, but the Page of Cups, you know, is not a bad energy. The Page of Cups, it's a fun and frolicky energy. Let yourself go a little bit. You know, let yourself go on that journey through the forest and just enjoy the scenery for a while, instead of expecting, you know, someone to jump out from the bushes and ambush you, or looking at the scenario from a negative perspective. Be careful, because you are in this manifesting energy. Just be careful. Try and turn the perception if possible. However you do that is up to you. I'm never prescriptive, Pisces, with how you do that. I'm sure you're able to do that yourself. If you're not, then please drop me an email and I'll give you some strategies if you want them. Yep. Thank you very much for stopping by, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week. Let me know what's going on in the comments with you. I'm always happy to read your comments and to know what's happening. So I'll see you next week. Bye bye.